Let's now take a look at the Global Organization of People of Indian Origin, GOPIO's chapter in Connecticut. The organization is a part of a worldwide movement dedicated to community service and working with people to coordinate activities of common interest nationally and on a global scale. GOPIO serves as a civic and community service organization promoting awareness of Indian culture, its people, and contributions of the Indian American community and its importance. On that, recently, GOPIO Connecticut held a webinar titled Current and Post-COVID, Getting Back to Normal Businesses and Indian American Perspective. The interactive session focused on bringing small businesses owned by Indian Americans back to a sense of normalcy while they recover from the economic ramifications of this pandemic. A very informative session with perspectives from Indian American business owners and professional practitioners. Here is the story.
Good evening. I am Thomas Abraham, Chairman of the Global Organization of People of Indian Origin and Trustee and Chair of Seminar Series at GOPIO, Connecticut. Honorable members of Connecticut Legislative Assembly, Speaker Matt Ritter, Minority Leader Vincent Candelora, Representative Harry Arora, Representative Regib Ali Brennan, and moderator and past representative Dr. Prasad Srinivasan. On behalf of GOPIO Connecticut and its President Ashok Nichani and Milan Cultural Association President Suresh Sharma, I welcome you to this interactive meeting with the community. Although the pandemic kept us homebound for about 1 year, this has also provided an opportunity for us to reach out our legislators through Zoom. 2 weeks back, President Biden called up Dr. Swati Mohan, lead of control and guidance for NASA's rover Perseverance, for its successful landing on the Mars. He said to Dr. Mohan that Indian Americans are taking over America. We all know that that is not a true statement, but the spirit at which he made that statement is greatly appreciated by our community. So for our interactive session this evening, we are not here to demand any special benefits for our community, but explore how, with our experience in business and professional practice, we can help Connecticut State to come back to normal business sooner. So we have put together a webinar session titled Current and Post-COVID, Getting Back to Normal Business and Indian American Perspective in Connecticut with our community.
We're all hopeful that we're very close to the end of this thing. We're hopeful the vaccines work or that we have boosters available in quick fashion and short order for the strains. But on a personal note, I want to thank all of you for your commitment to our state, for your contributions to our business community, to making our state the diverse, wonderful place that it is. And I can just tell you that there are few people who did a lot for me in my 2 years as public health, or who did more for me than Prasad Srinivasan. And that might seem odd because he's a Republican and I'm a Democrat, but our ability to manage that committee in a manner that fostered respect, collegiality, and bipartisanship was a model. And when I was done chairing that committee, I was elected to leadership at 34 years old. And Prasad played a role in helping me get there. I'll always be appreciative of his friendship, his support. And when he couldn't get there, he couldn't get there. But we tried very hard to make it work. And I'm glad to take any questions. And I thank you for having me tonight.
This is the first time, I think, in Connecticut, we have this Indian American community with this forum to address this getting back to normal business. And I really thank Dr. Thomas for organizing this. I think this is an amazing group of people here from various industries sharing their experiences. I'm Ramya Subramanian, and I'm honored to be here. I'm president, founder, co-founder of 3 Connecticut-based companies. Arca Information System, which is an IT services company, and we have offices in India and the US. DocT, which is a telemedicine platform with offices in 3 continents, South America, South Africa, and India. And Bridgeport Labs, which is a minority nonprofit enterprise. Interestingly, everyone's talking about what they went through in 2020. The two of the three companies that I am president and founder and co-founder of was started in 2020, which is DocT and Bridgeport Labs. Though for DocT, we've been, in the works and research and all of those fun stuff for over 2 years, and Bridgeport Labs for over 6 years. So we did, start up those companies those in 2020, which is interesting considering what we've been through. So I'm really going to talk about, though everyone's spoken about their experiences this past year, my focus is going to be on the present. And I think we have accepted this new normal. The safety measures are in place at the offices. Masks are a given. People are very mindful about being safe. And I think we've been bringing our employees back to the office in an incremental fashion, making sure that, everyone is, safe and distant. And all our office spaces has been reconfigured to make sure that we're compliant with all of the safety norms. And our state, and I think the country in the whole, has catered to all of this in a very effective manner, which has helped, people like us, bring this in an effective manner as well. Our companies has been, all of our companies are in different industries and in different countries. And I felt this past year, our productivity was really high, across the different time zones and the different countries. We could feel that people were really working more and sitting at home during the time they were at home. And I think we had to think about, employee mental state, which was more critical. That's what we were, keeping in mind during the time that they were there at home. Now, keeping what do you think we should do now more than ever on an innovation point of view? I was starting to think about that, and what COVID really taught us more than anything is to stay healthy, be healthy, continue to be healthy for everyone around us. And three words came to my mind when I was thinking about the future, and that was clean energy infrastructure. Not only does I feel that this ties with a cleaner planet for generations to come, from the point of building the economy back in our state post COVID, I think clean energy legislation was something that I feel will help create this to be adopted by all. And I think this in turn will encourage and promote employment opportunities through workforce development. What we need post COVID, I feel, in short, is workforce development and job creation. It made me think about questions like how can the state help with this? How can the state help businesses with this? How can businesses in turn help the state? I don't think we really need to, reinvent the wheel. It's right there in front of us. I think we just need to rediscover what these new outcomes are. If anything that has come out of COVID, it's new partnerships, new relationships that we did not have before. And I think this can be absolutely discovered through solutions, technology, innovations, and partnership. I think that's in short that I wanted to share about what 2020 had for me in the various industries and what it holds in the future.